little bit of different. I'm indoors, obviously it's raining, so we're talking about haircuts. In Marshgate prison, we used to get a hairdresser what came out for us, you know. I think it came out weekend, not regularly every weekend, but, and you used to have to line up if you wanted a haircut, and there'd be a chair in wing, and she'll cut your hair. So she was like an outsider what used to come out and cut your hair. In the HMP prison, it was a completely different thing. You can go into CO office and ask for head trimmers.
You do get these in prison?
And you find a corner or somewhere, you know, because you're not going to do it in your pad or, you know, hair dropping. And you'll get some inmate, you know, to try to style your hair and cut it and all that. Well, obviously when I was there, I just all of it all off. HMP was completely different when you used to get razor blades. You used to just go in this office and there'd be a big drawer full of, you know, them cheap nasty razor blades, you know. I'm saying razor blades, but your razors. You just grab a handful, or I used to, because I used to use razor blades, as you can gather, you know, making, you know, craft knives, I would say. For my matchsticks, but what I did, obviously, I shave all my hair off. Good reason why, because anybody who gets in a little bit of a ding dong with you, the first thing you do, it's not like punching or anything. In prison, you tend to grab, you know, you tend to grab certain parts of people's, and obviously you got long hair, you're going to grab the hair. Obviously with my hair being shaved, yeah, people are going to grab your ears and all that lot. I mean, I did that. If you had earrings and all that lot, I'm grabbing your ears and, you know, pulling you down and all that lot. So physically, yeah, you are trying to punch, kick, you know, bite, you know, it's all different in prison. There's no Queenberry rules of, you know, boxing, who will take it on that gentleman, you know. I mean, you know about people getting stabbed and all that lot. So, very dirty and everything, you know, it's no rules about it. Not at all. Most of the people do get ambushed. So, I had a situation like that. We'll make that a little bit different video.
So one thing about, you know, prison, right, you think you can't nip out and get a nice little burger. But the thing is though, if you speak to the right people, they will get you a burger in. Alright, it'd be cold, but they can get you one. If you talk to the right person, there's always people that will handle and, you know, get some contraband in. That's a classic house. No, for the right price, you can get stuff like this. So I was established, yeah, I'm a bit weirdly dressed up for some reason. And I'm not, you can't take me that serious. But yes, as we gathered, as I said before, Game of Thrones came to end in 2019. Well, if you're banged up in prison, you're not going to know that. Well, you'll find out, obviously with spoilers and all that lot. I mean, we're not like in the Middle Ages. You'll soon find out that information. Anybody bringing a phone in to, you know, papers and all that lot. Yeah, you can get newspapers and that and that. So you're not completely disclosed from the world. Obviously you got TV, and it depends if, you know, you get a job and you're working, but most of the time, most of the inmates are watching daytime TV. And association comes along, in Marshgate, I mean, association used to start at, finish at 7 o'clock at night. Most of all inmates went running in watching soaps, and That's how they did it. In the HMP Everthorpe association were opposite. The association used to start at 7 and finish at 9. So most of the inmates, association, they're indoors, in the pads watching soaps. But that's that choice. So every prison is completely different. Pentonville, well, I can't even recall any association. You were practically locked up 23 hours a day. The only association you did get was everybody was rushing in to have a shower. You're having a shower because that's the only time you get out. So everyone's going for a shower all the time. Staff. If you get settled in prison, it doesn't mean you're ever going to get settled, because you never will. Because they move you to a different wing, you've got to start all over again. Move you to a completely different jail, things are all completely different, and that's how it is. So in a way, when you live at home, you're settled and you get comfortable, you know where things are. In prison, you don't have that. You never know when you're going to get moved. Yeah, you might pack all your little stuff, make it your own little, little den and all that lot. But you don't feel that comfortable feeling that you feel like you're at home. Well, you're not at home, but you can get a bit home, and you do get used to stopping in your pad and that. But you can get used to it, and all of a sudden, it will change. And go completely different for you. So it's not a very uncomfortable environment, and you won't get settled. You can easily get dragged away to, you're not physically dragged, but you're practically uproared and taken away. If they say you're going to move, you don't get like a week advance or anything. They'll come along and say, right, you're going so and so to another wing or whatever. Obviously, when I'm on G wing, I know I'm moving. But I have been taken to other wings and stuff, and that comfortable vibe, you never have one, and that's how it goes. So, if you have the unfortunate of going to prison, I will give you one advice, right? When you go into court and they offer you, you can bring your own suit, yeah? The thing is though, when you go into the sweat box, that's the transportation of the vehicle, you don't get no cushy, fluffy seats, they're all plastic. Now, when you're in your prison clothes, you usually go out in your visiting clothes, usually jeans, so you sort of stick on the seat. But I had a suit, look all nice and la-di-da, going to court. Well, it was a bloody nightmare wearing a suit. I never wore it again, because every time the bus was, the sweat box was breaking, I was just sliding all over the place. So it was an uncomfortable ride. I know in prison it might be uncomfortable, but, it was just diabolically annoying. So, if you want to go there, I advise you not to, alright? Fair enough, you might have the TVs and all that lot. Unfortunately, you're not going to have all the latest channels on that. You've just got the basic TV channels. That's the only thing you're going to get on your little TV. But what they do on the wings is they have a DVD player. One of the CEOs are, and definitely in the UK one, 9 o'clock they'll put a DVD on. Usually they'll put it on wall and photocopy the image, what they're going to put on in that week. Mostly depends what wing it's on. We had a wing where somebody used to bring pirate copies in. In 2005 I'm locked up, but I saw King Kong. Pirate copy. But I saw it, and that was when that was that famous G wing. So that was another thing. Yeah, sometimes, later on at night, they'll put an extra film on. Yeah, like porn movies. That's just like teasing us, really. You know, I mean, they've got to go around with the shift, then maybe catch some guys doing something odd and all that lot. But yeah.
So I'm in a nice little prison called Everthorpe, might be a working prison. So my work was actually getting educated and learning how to read. Yeah, didn't know how to read, or I still don't really 100%. Anyhow, so I'm in the classroom and there's other inmates, you know, learning. And we had this teacher. With this incident, is one of the major ones actually, was this other inmate. It was quite funny, but I'm not sort of like, oh yeah, that's funny, you know, I'm gonna have a good giggle and a laugh. I'm trying to get on with, you know, learning and stuff and all that lot. Anyhow, this teacher must have annoyed him, and he just thought it was funny with lads, you know. He brought some toothpaste out with him, white toothpaste, right? And he put it on her seat. She comes in, right? And she more or less presumed who it was. Straight away asked me, oh, do you know what this white stuff is on my chair? I knew he'd laugh, you know, because I'm thinking, you know, semen and all that lot. Even I know it's toothpaste, but it's my humour. And I was just, oh, I don't know all about it, you know, that denial. Anyhow, she sort of like looked at the person who actually did it. She knew it was him. And the weirdest thing about it was, we're in a classroom and she sends him out at classroom. You know, we're in prison, and she sends him out this, you know, outside this door, and she went out with him. Bit weird, you know. Anyhow, next thing, she comes in crying her bloody eyes out, opening her heart up to us inmates that, oh, he's done this to me, he threatened me, in tears. And I was actually thinking, she's not really professional to be doing this. We don't know what this inmate's actually done, but obviously she's upset. And this other inmate was annoying to me, I think he was, because he was getting out soon, and he was one of these inmates who was telling everyone he's getting out soon. And he said this inmate has offered him 50 quid if he has something nasty done to her when he gets out. He's going to do something nasty to her, because this other inmate's offered him 50 quid. Well, that just made him more paranoid and all else. That was it. That's more or less to cut that down. So I'm back in my wing. This inmate comes up to me, and I've already got a bit of a wing, a bit of a hint, and I sort of picked up the scent that what happened. He's trying to interrogate me, I know what he's trying to play out, because she bloody asked me what this white stuff is. Somebody must have mentioned something. Anyhow, he's got it in for me that I've grassed him up or something. Obviously I haven't, but the point is I don't want to get involved. That was my point. Just found it petty. Not even that, I didn't find it professional with her. And another thing, I felt she's setting this lad up. Obviously, you know, he's gobby with her or whatever, but the thing is, you know, she works in a prison. I mean, it's not a bunch of school kids. Obviously they are immature like little kids, but that's her job. I can't understand why she had him going out that room and she went out with him just to come in bursting crying to us inmates. What you thinking? We're going to give her sympathy in that. But this lad's preyed on this lad, saying that he's offered him 50 quid. Don't know about. This inmate is trying to lure me telling me to go to his pad. Now, I was in a single pad, he had a share one, and the guy what was a bit of the dealer on here wing, wasn't he, or something. Anyway, I had a funny suspicion, and I sort of knew he's got somebody hiding behind that door, you know, ready maybe to shank me or whatever.
So we're on the wing, and he's claiming I'm a grass and all that lot. So he's trying to lure me into his pad. Why? Actually, no. There is somebody hiding, waiting to shank me. There's a reason maybe why that lad was there as well. Obviously, he was a rival of my boss, what used to import drugs as well. And I wasn't buying it. I am not going in to get ambushed, and this lad doesn't realise that I know. I just sensed it. I knew. Obviously, word gets around, so.
Oh, we're on in the wing. I'm not going in the pad, but we're on that like a little bridge in between where his pad was across from mine. You got like a little bridge in between where netting and all that lot. Sorry, I am outside. Next thing, he's trying to really go at me. I'm not having it. So I remember he hesitated, and I knew what was coming. He's going to attack me. And he did. He headbutted me. But I sort of flinched up. It was quite a bad thing. At least he didn't get me in the nose, because it really burst and make a mess. But I could have lost my bottom teeth, because he caught me at bottom lip. Made a mess of that, bleeding and all that lot. But everybody was so shocked, I don't get it, that I went bright red. And I don't go like that looking evil, and my eyes open up wide, you know, to get all the surroundings and that. Next, I turned my back and faced the other way. Now he wanted a dirty bugger and tapped me from behind.
So I proceeded to go into my pad, and he followed me, obviously, and I said to him, "You're bringing too much attention to me, and I don't need it." So that's how I left it like that.
So he's come in my pad with a library book, and I'm going to tell you the story about me going to the library. But he's brought this library book, wanting me to go and see the governor. And I've told him, whatever she's going to say about you, you're pretty screwed. So, anyhow, I mentioned about that lad about the 50 quid. He didn't know about it. Next thing, he must have had a go at this lad, because this lad comes and has a go at me, and I went, whoa, excuse me, but you put that lad in jeopardy. I don't know what silly excuse she was saying, or whatever rubbish she was saying about playing that he's offered you 50 quid to sort her out when you're out. I mean, most inmates what go in, and when they're getting released, they don't say anything, because people will jeopardise, get you in a fight, and stop you getting out practically, really. So technically, this lad sort of broke the rules. Well, there ain't no rules, but you just keep quiet. When you're getting released, you don't tell them that, you know, you're getting out. Well, this lad did. Obviously, I don't know what happened to him, but the thing is, he's moaning at me that I've told this lad
this lad's obviously going to be fuming more because he's in really jeopardy, because he's got to see the governor and all this lot, and he wanted me to go and represented him and all that lot. Everybody's there saying, well, they all knew that he assaulted me. He did it plainly in plain sight. Obviously he had the other lad what wanted to do something and shank me and all that lot, but that is a total different reason as well. There's more to it why you might want to, because of my boss, but that's how it is.
Bye, have a great time.